welcome to day 2, and this is how we make the actual dough part of the cinnamon rolls. So 2 sachets of yeast. You need plenty of yeast, and this is about 100 degrees or so Fahrenheit, not centigrade obviously, and I'm going to add about 100 ml, right, and I'm going to sprinkle in just a bit of caster sugar. Now I don't want much, teaspoon, something like that, but the yeast has to have something to feed off, and I can smell it already, so I know that's going to work. Butter, say about 40 grams, I ain't measuring. Right, give that a quick stir. Right, milk, probably about 300 ml. Now I'm using semi-skimmed, which isn't ideal, but you don't want to have whole milk just for this purpose. Your egg, just dump it in, some vanilla, but I'm going to pour it down the side of the pan so it doesn't get too hot when it gets the egg and stuff, so the egg doesn't curdle. Salt, generous amount. Red flour, so it's about 18 ounces. What I do is I just go by feel, and that's the thing. Always talk about weights and stuff. You really need to go by feel. So get a good wooden spoon. Right, it's just about ready to turn out onto a board. We'll take this dough, right, so now get in. I've got flour on my hands, flour on the top, bring it in. Right, just so I've moved it out of shot. That's what the dough. Bit of oil, just to prevent it from sticking. See what I mean? It's still tacky, but that's what you want the dough to be. That's going to go into the bowl, covered for 2 hours in a warm spot. And the reason why I say it's cold is because this has to go into a warm, draft-free place. So it'll be going into the oven that's turned off. Pan onto a medium heat, get the extractor going, and then sugar. Okay, and we need to melt that to make a caramel. Medium-high heat. Whilst that's going, I'm going to take a grater and I'm going to grate a couple, maybe even 3 pink lady apples. Not going to peel them, what's the point? That's where most of the flavour is. When you're making caramel, swirl the pan but never stir. That's the caramel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back the heat down to low, well, to medium low, and I'm going to add in 2 grated pink apples. Off the heat. Still be enough residual heat in the pan to keep it going. A few seconds more. The water's just about gone, okay? And that's how you end up with this beautiful caramelised apple puree. That's going to go wonderfully in the dough. Floured surface on the board, just slightly floured. You know, now I've knocked the air out of the dough and just come out almost all in one. So Okay, wipe your floured hands. I'm not even going to use a rolling pin, I'm just going to press it out. Alright, and you've got something that looks like that. Now, first up, the carrot cranberry sauce. Now, and you need to spread the cranberry sauce all over. Now this has got all the sugar and the spices and all of that, so you don't need to worry about any other seasonings or other. Just try and get it as even as you can. Spread on the caramelized apple. Now this is going to be a bit tricky because this has cooled down a little bit. This really should be warm when you do it, but so now using a bench scraper to assist, you need to very, very gently but very, very tightly roll this up. A non-stick brownie tray. Now, I say non-stick, these things never stick. Okay, these things never fully work. So I'm just going to smear on just a shade of olive oil, not much. Just smear a bit on and rub it in. Just to have a little extra lubricant, that's all you need. Okay? And now, for the tricky part. Okay? That is what it should look like. Okay? Now, that needs to be covered again with a cloth and then left for 60 minutes. Okay folks, that is, after about 40 minutes they have inflated, the whole dish is filled. It looks like it's going to be a tear and share loaf. They're going to go into the oven for 30 minutes at gas mark 5 and I'll show you what they're like when it's cooked. Oh my day. Would you have a look at that? Oh my day. They smell like they're making room in your stomach. Oh, I've got to let these cool for about 10 minutes, then I'm going to portion one up. I'm salivating now. Have a look at that. Oh. The smell is just superbly divine. Oh my days. Light, beautifully cooked, very fragrant. The apples have a bit of sweetness, the cranberries the tartness, the bread the balance. Oh my. Superb. I've been Andy from Colin Buyan. Okay, Jack, have an easy. Good night.